Hi, Debbie McKinney here, and that's Debbie with the Y, and welcome to the second in the series for digital marketing for offline businesses. Now, I just wanted to, I have this on my iPad, and there's a little bit of a delay, and so I don't want to get into the meat of things until I know it's live. And so, anyway, just wanted to ask you a question to get started. And what is the number one social media site? What do you think it is? Do you think it's Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus, Pinterest? Any ideas? You might be surprised to know that the number one social media site is exactly what we're going to be talking about today. So again, this is Debbie McKinney, Debbie with the Y. Just waiting for it to appear live on my iPad. Like I said, there's a little bit of a delay, and can do some little housekeeping here. Down below, okay, I see we're live. Down below, there's a chat window. Feel free to ask questions in there. And if you're getting the recording, go ahead and this will come via email to you. So go ahead and go ahead and respond to the email with any questions. So if you guessed it, the number one social media site is your blog. And so today, blogging, I know it's a huge topic. There's a lot to cover. And so I want to give you a piece today that will make the biggest difference for you right away. And then I'll show you how to get more for anybody who's interested. So let's just dig right in on something you can use right away. And somebody might ask, why is it that you blog? And, sometimes people think of, oh, okay, if I put a blog out, people will respond, I'll get business right away. But really what it does is it can help you build your audience and bring in very targeted traffic. Now, with a blog, if you're putting out good content and you're putting out information that brands you as an authority, that's a huge advantage. You want to be the number one authority in your niche, and it can help convert prospects into buyers. And so, you don't have to necessarily know all about SEO and all those things. If if all your blog ever did was help convert more buyers or into more buyers, and that meant more in your cash register, wouldn't that be great? So what do you say? It's like, say what? You got to know your target market and know who your avatar is and what to say to them. So what's the avatar? That's that perfect person for your business. Now, if you're already in business, you want to think of who is that perfect one, not the pain in the you-know-what that always is whining or refunding or asking questions that are, questions aren't bad, don't get me wrong, but you know the type of people that I'm talking about. Who is it that you really want to attract in your business? Who are they? What do they do? What do they want? What are their problems that are stopping them? And so that's the greatest place to start. And if you've never thought about it, take the time to think through that so that you're really targeting. And when you do that, and I've gone through that process myself, it simplifies your life, it simplifies your business, and things become easier. And think about it too, when you write something on the blog, you have total control over that, unless you're on a free site. So if you have a blog, it's not like social media. Stuff happens to Facebook, stuff happens to Google, to Pinterest, to all these sites. But when you post on a blog and people aren't distracted, you know what happens on Facebook, they look at something and then they're looking at this and that and they're, in this window and that, and that's just typically what happens. The blog is your place to focus your avatar and your customers. So what do you blog about? You want to do you want to have a variety of things, just like when you post to social media, you want to be informational. You want to give good informational and educational content based on what your avatar would like. And it's not necessarily all about you, though you should post some about you, you can make your blog posts about something that your avatar would like. And so let's give an example. Let's just say you're in the health and fitness industry and you are selling weight loss products. Well, other things that weight loss products, there might be diet tips. Just think about how, the person's mindset, what else would they like to hear about? You want to post about inspirational stories. And hopefully they're inspirational stories that are kind of testimonials, but not always testimonials, that are people are getting good results with whatever it is, your product or service that you're offering. You can post about leadership. It shows that you are the leader in your business, in your niche, in your target. And also promotion. Now, you don't want to just promote. You want to interspace with all of these things. And on social media, we use like the 10, 4, and 1 approach. 10 really good content, 4 soft sales, and 1 we call a money post. And so you want to think of, you'll have to find the right amount for your particular industry, but just be thinking about posting good content, soft sells, and then asking them to do something. And so in a blog post, really you want to know what's your objective. And excuse me, you want to know your objective. Is it leads? Is it getting leads into your system so that you can follow up and build over time, get to know them, build the relationship, and that predisposes that you do have a follow-up system? And is your blog post for branding? Is it for kind of like authority, for creating that authority in your particular niche? Is it about money? Is it your money post, asking them to buy something? Or is it about community, about culture, and creating loyal, raving fans? And we can probably all think of a business that has loyal, raving fans. And the way to do that is to stay in touch with them. Excuse me. Now, blog posts that, a blog post, first of all, actually, I want to go back to something is, when you're blogging, when you first get started, you're going to be posting and you're not sure if people are seeing it, but make sure you share it with your customers and your prospects. And as you blog over time, you want to understand your metrics. Who is it that comes to your blog? Who are the unique visitors? Are you getting leads? Are you getting prospects? Are you getting sales? So once you've done that, you take a look and then rinse and repeat. Now, blogging is about a few things on a checklist. And when you keep these things in mind, let me just check something here. Okay, there we go. And keep something in mind. You want to have the mental preparation steps. So before you even blog, and by the way, you're probably already doing it in your day-to-day activities. So think about, what is it that you want to accomplish with this goal, with this blog post? Keep your goal in mind. And then have a bridge. And what I mean by that is, you might be telling a story. Maybe it's about one of your customers or clients. And then you want to bridge to your call to action. Now, I'm not going to get into keywords. If you know about that, that's great. If you don't worry about it. It's better to write to a person than to try and figure out the keywords. And the way search is going, it's more personable anyway. And so you want to think about, okay, actually writing this to a specific person, maybe even naming them. What do they look like? What do they act like? What do they like? And then have a call to action. Ask them to possibly go to your Facebook page or like the post, comment. And then you're going to analyze all of that and repeat. So if I was looking at a flow chart, you'd start with this value in your article or your blog post. You would go to a bridge, have a call and action, with a goal in mind. You're either leading, you're selling, or you're branding. So when you have your goal in mind, that end result, determine what you want your blog post to do. Do you want it to make a sale? That's a direct action. Do you want to generate a lead? And that creates an email subscriber. Or do you want them to connect with your social media? And so when you start your article, you want to have the end in mind. What's the transition that your reader will have? Now remember, you want to solve people's, oops, sorry about that. You want to solve people's problems. And so it's always helpful to have a list. And if you've been in business, you know what people's problems are. What is it that they come to you about? What do they ask you? Frequently asked questions is a fantastic blog post. For one, once you have that and it's written in ink when you write on the internet, it's always there. You have a customer that asks a question, you can say, go to my blog. You can find the answer there. And especially if they're on social media and now you're taking them to your blog, that's the property that you own. That's your online real estate. You've just accomplished something big. You've gotten them to your place of business online. And so when I talk about solving a specific problem, how-to articles are great. And so how to find the right chiropractor, how to prepare to apply for a mortgage. What types of things do you need to know and get in order before you actually go out looking at houses? Now, there's another way to, solve a particular problem. And this may sound fun, but it's to be entertaining and overcome boredom. You know what? Our lives are stressful, and a lot of times we're online, we're looking, and we just want to be entertained. We want to laugh. We want to cry. We just kind of want to forget things for a while. And so, don't discount that. And one of the biggest things is, because I know is to really write to a person. You sit down at your computer, you're at your keyboard, and you're looking at a computer screen. And so just imagine, and I've had actually bloggers that do this, put a picture of somebody's face kind of like right around their computer so that they're looking at a person. They're not just looking at the computer screen, and write to that person. Now, this may sound odd, but write to like a later grade school level. You want easy words to understand, easy to digest paragraphs, which are in smaller chunks, not long sentences or paragraphs. It seems like everybody's got ADD, or at least just about everybody today. And if there's a long paragraph, most likely people are not going to read that. You want it in short chunks. Just think about that. And maybe even some headlines throughout. Here's a thought with some paragraphs and then a subheading. And you go on to the next subject. Now, with a call to action, getting people to do something, this is where that bridge kicks in. You've entertained them, you've talked about something important to them, you've educated them, and now you want them to do something. We're going across the bridge to the call to action. And so, do you want them to go to your social media? Because it's really great to be able to have more than one touch point for people to find you. And so you want them to like your post on social media, go over there and like your page. Do you want them to buy something? Do you want them to click here for more information? Are you giving away something free? And so what is that call to action? Look, hold on just a minute here. I'm just getting a call. It's interesting. And so you want to think about always having something else for them to do. Commenting. It's really oh my gosh, I just spilled my water there. it's really important to, how's that for recovery? It's really important to engage with your bloggers and ask questions. Ask them to make comments. What do they think? And so I'm just checking the chat, and you know what? Most people look at this in a recording. So I wanted to give you a quick overview on blogging and really to take a look at what is it that you're doing in your day-to-day life. What is it when you're talking to your customers one-on-one and your clients, what types of things are they interested in? Because you can see it if you're having a one-on-one conversation, you can see it in their eyes. You can see what they're talking about. And so what excites them? What questions do they ask the most? Because one of the things that a blog will do is take what you're doing on a day-to-day basis, and if slowly or quickly over time you could put that into a blog post, it actually leverages your time because you've got real estate out there on the internet. You can suggest that they go there. Even before they come in and see you, you can send them to your blog post. Here, find out about me. This is what I do. Because you want to shape the information that people see about you, because they will search, they will check you out online before they ever come to see you. Now, as you're blogging and you've got these posts, every now and then you want to analyze and go back. I can't say how important that is. And compare that to your sales. And that's not to say that every blog post has to make a sale, but just check out which ones got the most engagement. What did your audience seem to like? What is it that they opted in for to get more information? Which ones created the most sales? And I was on a call yesterday. It was a private mastermind with a top internet marketer, and we're going through training on information products and information marketing, which is all about taking what you do, whether you're an offline business or online, and creating products and services and coaching around that so that you can create a residual income. And there were some top people on there, and even then, when it was suggested, they had forgotten about that. And so go back and see what people like the best and where you're doing the best, and do more of that. And so it just makes sense to do that. Now, I've given you the piece that can make the most difference. And for those of you who want more, I have a free 20-minute session on how to best assist you in reaching your goals. Whether, we're talking about digital marketing for offline businesses. So how can you integrate what we've been talking about, social media, blogging? Next week we're going to talk about Google Hangouts, or any of those topics. How can I answer your questions and assist you in achieving your goals? Now, to do that, go to www.debbie, and that's with a Y, McKinney.me. So Debbie McKinney.me, not .com. Scroll down the page and you will see a questionnaire. And there's some information there. That's my website. And you'll see some information about speeding up your success. But below that are some questions. So just fill out the questions. I should get an email when you're done, when you hit submit. But just in case, it doesn't hurt to just shoot me an email that I filled out the questions, look forward to speaking with you, and then that way I'll know to look for it. Again, to go to debbiemckinney.me, scroll down, fill out the questions to the best of your ability, click submit. I should get a copy of that, and I will be in touch to schedule our free one-on-one strategy session. So I hope you've enjoyed today. This is Debbie McKinney, Debbie with the Y, And I'm just going to check. Okay, no questions as of right now. And again, feel free to send me an email with any questions that you do have, and I'd be glad to answer them. Debbie McKinney, Debbie with a Y.